The internet can totally see you now, it says. Stream health is on yellow. That might need to be fixed. Let's see if we can change that. Because I don't want to... Oh, okay, yeah. I totally get... I have to restart the stream because I'm running at too high settings. My browser. Reconnection successful. Well, that's good. Yeah, I think I'm live now. It's not giving you any sort of error messages. Thank you. And for saying the stream is perfect. Is it with the audio levels? Is it fine? Because I'm not sure about the microphone position, but I think it should be good. I had to sacrifice my tablet space in order to get the microphone in the right spot. So I think this is good. Okay, my people tell me it's good, so that's good. Also a pretty catchy song to start up on, I think. So the whole idea about today is that this is an off-topic stream. Just in case people don't know about it, there's some Q&As in the description of this video. So if you have questions about different lessons or something else on the channel, you can go in the description of this stream and you can maybe get some of your questions answered there. The stream is not really about doing one-on-one lessons with people if people need help. This is more or less about what is happening inside the stream. So outside questions regarding coding is not really something I'm gonna take time answering in this stream here. Just so you're aware of it. So, so we're all on the same page here. But the idea for today is that I used to have this tablet. If you can see it, it's about, I think it's about 8 years old. It might be 9 years old. It's one of those typical student bamboo Wacom tablets you get when you have to start drawing on for the first time. So it's a fairly cheap one to get. It's only like, I think I purchased it for like 500 kroner, which is about $100 back in the day. So I decided to upgrade a little bit because I have been doing quite a bit of game art practicing because I'm not very good at it. But I figured instead of drawing with my mouse, it might be a good idea to actually have a tablet for it. So I decided to purchase, what's it called? It has a weird name, which I can never pronounce it. Whenever I have to Google the name for it, I just sort of do the autocomplete thing because I don't know what the name is. Wacom Intuos Pro, it's called. The medium version. So that's what I have in front of me here. I have practiced a little bit with it, so it's not like a first time try. But it's much better than the bamboo tablet that is about 8-9 years old. Any questions about courses? Please refrain to the what you call description. But thank you for telling me about. I just saw something about courses. You haven't really read the chat yet. Well presented, everything is simple, clear. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like my JavaScript course. And questions about, for example, PHP Laravel, again, check out the description of this video here. So I have Photoshop open and a dog beneath me apparently. I think I just hit him on the snout. I have 3 pets in here. If suddenly something starts barking or meowing or something, it's because there's pets in here. So don't get scared. I might get scared if they start barking. I usually get a shock from it. I did a bit of warm-up before we got started here with the tablet. And it's not very good warm-ups. Let me just zoom in so you can see. I practiced a little bit of shading, which is primarily what I'm gonna try and focus on today. Because when you do pixel art, for example, with a tablet or something, shading and highlights are very important, apparently, which is the new thing I learned when it came to drawing art. So that's probably what I'm gonna focus on today. I also tried to do some outlines here, but I tried out different styles when it came to game sprites. I think the first one is probably the one that I like the most, but it's because I'm not very good at the very detailed stuff. So as soon as we move down to something like this or something like that, it suddenly becomes too detailed for me. So something much simpler is much better. Oh, I see another Danish person in the chat who's a big fan, so thank you. Would you recommend a beginner buying the tablet looking to start illustrations? There's different price classes for this specific tablet. I didn't want to get something too expensive to start with, because I don't know if drawing is something that I will keep doing for many years from now. But the one that I bought here is the Wacom brand, and that's the one that I know people typically look at because it's the popular brand. And this specific one is not the one that has a screen in it. It just has like a surface, and then you have to take your pencil, and then you gotta look at your computer screen while you're looking at while you're not looking at the tablet. But I mean, it's very, very responsive, and it has a lot of really cool settings. I can actually try and set up a new document. So just to show it off here, let's do something properly without the grid, please. I do recommend buying a tablet if you want to draw. I don't recommend drawing with a mouse. Actually, fun story. Back about 8 years ago when I was studying at the university, I had he wasn't a teacher, he was more of a assistant teacher, and he came in to give us a drawing lesson, and he used a mouse for his lessons, and he said he could never get used to a tablet. And then about a year passed, and we had another drawing lesson with him for like game art, and he had switched over to a tablet, and he just couldn't imagine himself ever having used the mouse for drawing art. He was pretty good with the mouse, which was quite impressive. So I do recommend buying a tablet if you want to draw seriously. If you want to buy something very cheap like this one, which I'm not sure they even sell anymore, I wouldn't recommend buying the really cheap ones, because you struggle drawing with these things. They're just not very good. Just gonna put it over here without knocking down too much things. So I tried to prepare a little bit before we started here, and just to show off what the tablet can actually do, if you go into the pen settings, set up a couple of shortcuts for the tablet. So if I want to draw, I can just draw regularly, and now the dogs are barking. Let's actually change the size here. So I can just draw normally. I can add some shape dynamics, and this actually responds to the pressure. So if I draw very lightly, it's not going to be very thick, but when I press, it becomes thicker, which is really nice. There's another setting called transfer, which is really popular. If I don't press very hard, it's going to shade. If I press harder, it's going to add more color, which is the typical one. And then there's something called smoothing, which is something I just learned about. If I want to draw with a tablet without smoothing, there's a little practice where you got to draw circles, and the better you can draw circles, the better you're able to draw, figures and people and stuff like that. So drawing circles can be a little bit difficult when it comes to just having it respond in real time. So what you can do is you can add on smoothing, and then there's different settings up here. Right now it's set to stroke catch up, which means that when I draw, you can see it's actually trying to chase behind the cursor. It's not painting directly underneath it, and that can be quite good when you want to draw shapes. You can also do something else, which is a little bit more annoying. It's not something that I usually like to use, is put a dot down, and then you can see, oops, that's not the right one. This one. Put a dot down, and you can see it doesn't really paint until I get to a certain border, and then there's like this circle that allow for me to chase it around. So this is supposedly to help you paint shapes better. I'm not very good with that one. So what I'm going to do is not something... I tried practicing a little bit with shading. I can actually try and find something I did some time ago. Let me just go ahead and find it here. Desktop. If I even have it. Did I save it? I should have saved it. Oh, where did I put it? I should really start sorting things into folders, because I can't find what I drew. what I maybe could do is go to recent ones. I think it's the first one I did. Is it? It might be this one. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. I tried drawing this one, which isn't pixel art. And I haven't done a lot of shading in the past, but I did try a little bit. So I just sort of tried to practice without. And again, looking at this drawing, don't get any high expectations, because this is this is after many hours of trying to draw something. So don't take that one as, because I think this one is okay, but it's not what I typically can draw. I actually drew this after another YouTuber who was teaching how to draw this specific thing, and I just sort of followed his tutorial. So, but I have a couple of different things that I want to draw here just to sort of practice out to start with. Just gonna close that down. Should not be a pencil. It should be, actually it should be a pencil. Let me see, there's a couple of different comments. My PHP series has helped you a lot. Got 7 as a oh, you got a 7 as a final grade. I'm glad. I'm so happy for you. People who are not aware of the Danish, what do you call it, grading system? 7 is like, it's better than good. So it's like, what would that be the same of? Like a B plus or something? I think it's a B plus, so that's quite good. Oh, it's still better than what you draw? Well, again, this took me quite a long time to sort of get the hang of. But we're gonna try and draw something. Right now, I think I'll try and draw some basic sprites. And I am trying to figure out how I should do this. I should probably start out with a first sketch, and I've seen Draw with Jessa. He likes to use this specific color here. I've been following different drawing tutorials. Why is it not picking this color I'm picking? It's like it's not letting go the right spot. Let's try that. That's fine. So I do have some references on the side. I'm just gonna try and draw some figures here. Now again, the point about what I'll try and do here is to try and do some shading. For people who are not used to drawing, shading does pretty much, like when you're not doing shading, but you have like the drawing finished, you're halfway done. Shading and highlights is like the dot over the I. It's like the thing that makes the whole thing complete and just look totally different. So shading is very important, I learned. So I guess I'll just try and draw some sprites. And again, I do have some references for practice sake. And then we'll see if this turns into something that that is worth using. I think I'll just start here. It's difficult with the body proportions because it's not the same as drawing real people. I mean, you could always sketch out, you know, like where you proportionalize things. I think it's about like 2/3 down or something. I'm not sure how it is. I used to take an art class back in when I lived in the US, but I was never really good at it. There's a lot of different people who has different ways of doing pixel art, and it's just so interesting to see. Let's try and draw something like this. That looks a bit weird. Let's try and expand that a little bit. I'm not really sure what the lighter bluish color is supposed to do. I guess it's because afterwards I'm going to make a new layer and then draw on top of it. Let's see, more people. It's Elon Musk. You have no idea how many times I get compared to Elon Musk. Every single day, I see at least 2 comments telling me that I look like Elon Musk. I don't really see it. My girlfriend sees it, but I don't see it. But I mean, it's only a compliment, so I'm fine with being compared to Elon Musk. Okay, how do you draw a chest? So I guess it would be something like that. I guess the hand should go around waist level. Just seems kind of... Let's try with like thin legs. I've seen some characters that use like thick legs, and I've seen some that draw like very thin ones. I know you're warning me about different people, but you're not supposed to be barking right now. Okay? Have you tried drawing using processing.js? No, I have not. I've never been really artistic, even though I know you can do art using programming as well. Also vector art and that sort of thing. Let's do it like that. I just tried this amazing game today from a game jam. It was a game jam that was hosted by Brackies, and this other YouTuber, he decided to join in and had a channel where he showed off his game. And it was really interesting. It was kind of what inspired me to try and do this stream today. Now, I'm really doing this wrong, just so everyone is aware of it, because you're not supposed to be drawing detailed in your first draft. Is that a figure? I guess that could be kind of like a person. Let's do a line for like feet. I think that could sort of get pulled off. Your face is kind of similar. Again, with the Elon Musk references. If you want to draw pixel art, you can use a sprite. It's the best and it's free software you can find online. I've actually seen Jassa go through a lot of different drawing programs that were free or cost like at least like at the top $20, and he was very disappointed with a lot of them. I don't know if he tested out a sprite, but it does seem familiar with the name. Again, some of the programs he thought was quite good, but other ones he was like, even if they were free or like not so good. Could I link the tablet I'm using? Actually, I have this fancy holder for it, so maybe I should not put it in my mouth. There we go. Let me just find the tablet. What's it called? Wacom mmtuts Pro. Again, I bought it from a Danish website, but I'll just find it on their official website. Products. Okay, I'll link it here. I guess Elon Musk gets you look like Daniel a lot. Maybe one day. At the moment, I'm not that popular, so I still have not met the day where I walk out in the stores and then somebody comes up to me and say, "Hey, you're that guy from mmtuts." Like, that hasn't happened yet. Okay. Oh, really? A spider is especially for pixel art. Oh, how would you draw like a chest here? I guess that could kind of work. Okay, so we have a basic figure here, and I should probably get my reference back again. Need some eyes. If that's how you would draw eyes. I don't know if I should have a mouth, but I guess I'll put one there. So really the thing I wanted to show here that I learned a few days ago is you can take something very basic like the guy I have in front of me here, and you can actually make him like amazing just with shading. So if we take another layer, and on this one, I'm just going to go ahead and draw outlines. Let's just find something that's not brown. There we go. Let's just really quickly draw him in. Like right now, he's very square, and that will change once we get to the shading part. You have no idea how square this guy was before I started him. Like he was much more square than that. So it does get a little bit better. Oh, by the way, if anyone has any questions about the music that's running in the background, it is the free music that YouTube offers if you go under your dashboard. I tried putting on playlists that were royalty free in the past, and they all got copyright striked, even though they were royalty free. So you can't find music that is royalty free. So the safe choice here is just to download a bunch of YouTube's own music, even though it might not be the best music. And then you'll end up with something that you can actually use. Okay, yeah, that's quite a few comments here. It's the accent, something about being a foreign entity. I'm not quite sure what that means. Watch a YouTuber named Mort. He uses it a lot. In which part of Denmark do I live? I can't say that on stream, because then people will track me down. Cute muscular boy. Those pecs, bro. Oh yeah, he works out. I think I drew him like this because I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in many years. I had something with my toe that I needed surgery for, which meant I wasn't able to do any sort of training for like just about 3 years. 2 years. 2 years. I shouldn't exaggerate. 2 years. And I finally had it fixed with surgery. So I just went to training for the first time yesterday. And that might be my inspiration for drawing a muscular guy for today. Nips. No nips. We're drawing nips. If he has a t-shirt on, it's a very cold day. So like they go through the shirt. I guess we'll have like a belt or something. The question is, how thick should it be? I guess we could do that. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's go ahead and try and do some shading here. And I'll try and show a couple of different techniques that I've learned. So, oh, somebody says Kolding. That's a city in Denmark. I'm gonna guess that that's where you live. Or at least maybe you went to Google and tried to Google some kind of city in Denmark. Let's go ahead and do the outlines on one layer. And then I'll fill in on another layer. Because that's the safe way to do it. So we'll start just by filling in some coloring. I'll just choose some kind of... just pick a skin color here. And then draw in... I guess I'm going to make him like with upper body. Like... He's not gonna have a shirt on. Again, a lot of this design here is inspired from another drawing I've seen online. So I'm not this good at drawing pixel art. I'll pretty much borrow whatever I find online, and then I'll try and change it into something that is sort of my personal touch. But again, it's not something I'm using professionally, so it's not something I'm too worried about for now. What kind of pants should he have on? I guess let's put on orange pants. Try that one out. Yeah, let's do that one. So now we have some basic coloring. Let's go ahead and do some shading. So we'll go ahead and pick this color again, make it a little bit darker. And we need a light source. So the light source will be from up here, if that's what you call a light. Pretty sure it's turned the other way around, but just do it like this. He skipped legs day. I've seen a lot of different pixel art styles where the legs are like super thin and then the upper body is like huge. So that's what we're trying for here. I have a similar accent to him. People are interested in foreign things like accents. Oh, like Elon Musk? Does he? Well, he does kind of have an accent. Okay, so shading, the light is at the top, which means that we will be drawing in some... Let's go ahead and put that on a new layer. Some shading down here at the bottom. Let's see. Again, I should probably just follow along the entire edge here, but I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and make... We need some shadows down here at the bottom, so we'll just go ahead and pick a shadow color for that one. There we go. Just draw it here. Pick this color again. I have a couple of different shortcuts set up, so I don't need to redo a lot of things here. Like pick the color one more time. I guess we'll draw under his very wide chest. We need something under the neck, which I guess will be like this for now. It's kind of weird though, I think. So we could probably do something like this. Maybe? We'll do that for now, and then we'll change it later if it doesn't. Again, any questions related to coding or any courses I have on my channel, do check out the description for this stream, because I do have some things written down there people might be interested in. Hey, buddy. How do you like my drawing? Is it good? Oh. You always want to be part of the stream, but you know, you're a little bit heavy to have here. So, add a line between pegs to add definition. Maybe, oh right, yeah, well let's do some shading like that. Let's add some lines there. That's actually a really good idea. Just go ahead and, like that, I guess. Can also outline sort of his pegs down here. How do you do that when you don't have that much space? I guess like this. Yeah, we'll do like that. Okay. Let's do some highlights. So it's pretty much gonna be very close to white, because his skin tone is already really, really bright. So I guess we'll just go ahead and shade in the outlines. No, not up there. So the question is, do I color in the arm? Like this. Because that seems a little bit too much. I'll just do that for now. There's probably be some shading down here. No, that should not be shaded. Let's do that. And I guess that, like, the edge of his pecs are gonna be shaded a little bit. I've also seen some art styles where they actually color in the highlights and the shades like this, like they color every other dot. And I don't know if that's something that could be something to do here. Maybe it could. I mean, we could try and see how it looks like. Kind of works. It's getting too weird now. It's like it's getting too cramped. But we could highlight this part over here, because that is kind of his chest area. Cool nips, yeah. Give him a weapon. We could maybe draw a sword or something. Let's go ahead and finish off the highlights here. We could maybe give him hair at some point. Let's for now go ahead and let's add, because I think this is a little bit weird that he has this weird curve going on here. So we could, that's not what I wanted to do. Why is it not drawing? Oh, it's because I'm drawing. I picked the eraser. There we go. Let's go ahead and remove that outline underneath here. I think that's better. So we have a little bit of shading going on here. We should probably add the next step, which is right now you can see it has this really thick black outline, which is a style, but I've seen other people do it in a slightly different way. So let's go ahead and try that out. So we do this instead. Let's go ahead and choose another layer. And there's actually a much quicker way to do this, FYI. But because we have different things going on here, that looks a bit weird. He needs a chin. It's also way too dark, this color. Could this one work? Actually, this is not supposed to be that color. This side is supposed to be that color. Does kind of seem like he needs a chin. Like that. Again, that side over there has to be highlighted. It's probably going to be white. And I'm going to cut that away because that's a bit weird. So basically what I'm doing here is instead of having... this would be a bit darker. It's not dark enough. I think that could work. It's a little bit dark. Again, we want to try and match up the color scheme without using that black outline like I didn't, what do you call it, to start with. Should still be darker, I think. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. You'll be amazed how much setup it actually requires to do pixel art. Because there's a lot of settings inside Photoshop that needs to be in order. There you go. Guess we'll keep that like it is for now. So we're just going to draw down till here. So you can kind of see the contrast here because we have one side where we have like the outline being a different color, and then we have like the black outline over here. So it is a bit different. And try going back and forth between dark versus white to see for the chest. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Oh yeah, any questions related to programming, please check the stream description. I really like the black lines, but this is way more realistic. And again, it's not like the black lines are wrong. It's just that it's a different style. And I think when you actually like remove the grid, you can kind of see how the black lines is like one style and this one, even though like when you put the grids back on, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between the pixels. But then when you remove it, suddenly it makes a lot more sense. So it looks a lot better. So you don't want to get tricked by the fact that the pixels are a little bit weird. Let's go and pick this one and then color in the pants. It's not dark enough. I'm not sure if the shoes down here are black. I guess they are. So we'll pick the inside here. Yeah. It's about figuring out the light source. The black nipple on the right side is tricking you. Let's see. If you have a dark spot with a white speck, it gives it a shiny look. I mean, whoops. I'm not quite sure what people mean, but I guess this could be what solves it, right? Could make it slightly darker, I guess. But I guess this is fine for now. Let's go and delete this outline because I don't like it. There we go. Let's go and pick something a lot brighter. And draw it on the right layer, of course. I think this should not be like that, should it? Yeah. So we kind of have this thing going on the other side, so we should probably match it up. The belt has to be brown, so let's just go ahead and paint that in. And again, we want to pick something darker. Then maybe something slightly brighter. Here we go. Darker brown on the other side. So on this side? Or the belt? Or maybe the pants. I'm not quite sure what you reference to. Any questions related to programming, please refrain to the description of this video. Okay, let's just go and paint this in. This is pretty much going to be the same color anyway, so that too. Because this is the right side, so we got to make sure we draw in the shading there correctly. This is probably not going to be good looking, but I'll just try with white on the edge here. Because I pretty much can't get any brighter. And what I'll do is I'll change the background color afterwards. So let's try that. And then change the background color. Did I just draw something? I think I just drew something. Okay, let's just try and paint it in. The feet disappeared. Let's change the color of the shoes. And again, we're sort of getting something here. We can actually completely remove the lines here because they don't actually do anything for us right now. We've gotten far enough so we can actually see what's going on. We need some colors for his shoes. I mean, the complementary color for the orange color is blue, but it's just kind of a weird color. Let's try it. It's not painting. Oh, I'm erasing right now. Yeah, that is definitely not going to work. Maybe we'll just pick the same color as the belt. Let's shade it up. There we go. And add some highlights. So we kind of have something here, I think. I think this was a good first exercise to try and draw something. Paint the background blue. It looked like he has white hair. He might have. I mean, you can still be, I guess, 50, 60 years old and still be a bodybuilder. I've seen people like that. Again, I have a holder for this, but I'm not using it. Let's try blue, yeah. So we'll do something like this. Oh, that's much better. See, it's giving the orange some contrast because of the whole complementary thing. Where did I draw this thing? Which layer is that? Oh, I didn't fill in the entire background there. Oh, the eyes has to be colored too. Can't be missing out on the eyes. Now, I'm not sure what color eye we should pick. Something that fits with the theme, so I guess we'll give him brown eyes. So the way you can draw eyes, I guess... Wait, did I not draw something? The eraser, I keep pressing the wrong button. Is you could do something like this. And I should probably color on the right side. There we go. Yeah, I think we have something. Oh, hi Tim. My what do you call it? My girlfriend's brother's in here. Hi Tim. Så fangede du mig på stream. A little Danish there, just as a greeting. Okay, so we have one guy done. And I guess what we could do... I think we'll keep the background color for now, because I actually quite like it. So let's try something else. I do have some other examples here we could try. There's one specific style that I've seen a lot in stuff like RPG Maker, if you know what that thing is. So we'll try something like that. I mean, this is very similar, but it's kind of like Final Fantasy, like the old games. Well, now we can't really pick the the light blue outline color. Yeah, that works. It could be a little bit difficult to see on stream though. RPG Maker is a game development platform that is made for people who wants to make pixel-styled RPG games, but who are not that much into coding. So it's like a program where everything is set up for you, and then you just sort of drag and drop and like perform some events and stuff. It's quite a neat program. If you've seen the game called Trip to the Moon or Bird Story, those games are made using RPG Maker. So it looks like we need to do 5 pixels across, so we might need to zoom in here. This is going to be a tiny one. Can you see? I'm quite away, you can't really see from the floor, but you have to stay down there, okay? And you got food twice today. You're not hungry. He can catch food, which is something I didn't know he could. I just, right before the stream, took a handful of food and threw up in the air, and he could like catch it. So that was fun. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get the proportions right. I think there's a specific way to do these sort of characters. And I'm guessing this is how it's done. So it's 5 across. I'm just gonna draw it in. That might be easier. Something is off here. Actually, no, it's not. That's how it's supposed to be. My girlfriend says it's because my dog misses her. That's why he's jumping up. Oh, hey, Isaiah. Can I call you Joel? Because I might have slaughtered your first name. Thank you. Actually, maybe we should try something besides pixel art. Let's try something else. Let's try and make a new one. Actually, did I not already create one? We'll just create this one. Let's change the resolution to 300 dots per inch. And let's try and mess around a little bit with the pen pressure settings. I can really see how much I suck at drawing. I'm gonna try and make something original now. Like something I haven't seen online or anything like that. So I'll try something unique. I'm not sure which settings I should choose. Right now it's set to pixel art settings, so I should probably change it a little bit. Probably should not pick white. That doesn't seem to be working. Why? Okay, there we go. Usually when I see people come up with something, they have something in mind. Like they don't just start drawing, and I was also told that that is a bad way to start out. So I need a suggestion for something that is like I don't know, like a cat or barrel or something, like something, some kind of that has a shape. So we have something to start with. So I need some kind of suggestion from the chat. Oh, another Danish person. Is it the first time I'm using a Wacom tablet? I have used it about 4 times by now. And if you're new to the channel and new to the stream, I am not an artist. I pretty much suck when it comes to drawing, but I've seen a lot of tutorials within the past many days. So I'm trying to get into it. Homer Simpson, Surfer, Assassin. Okay. I'm not looking as much for a character I need to draw. I'm looking for something that has a shape. Because what I'll do, I'll give an example here. Let's say a barrel. A barrel would look like, I don't know, something like this. Maybe have some lines going across. But I would have a shape, which means that when I have to start drawing some kind of thing, I would have something here to go out from. Then maybe you could say something like, I don't know, a hammer. And then I would have something else to go out from. So I would start having some shapes that I could create something from. And then I would make a character out of it. Triangle! We have a shape! You know, you're very good at pulling off my headset. You know that? But he can't come up here. Need to shorten this down because my dogs keep jumping in it. Let's just erase what we did here. There we go. Okay, so we have a triangle, we have a bottle, and a dog. We'll take those 3. So I'll just write them down. Triangle, a dog. How do you draw a small dog? It's a tail. And a bottle. So we'll have to make some kind of creature out from these shapes here. That's a bottle, by the way. It's because I'm doing like what do you call it? Like art on the bottle. So we have like the brand, and so it is a bottle. Trying to cover up my mistakes there. Okay, so I guess what we could do is we could take the bottle as a type of let's go ahead and take the triangle-y shape. Let's say we have something here. Then we need to have a face. And again, I just want people to keep in mind, I am not an artist. This looks like a camel now. I also heard that if you were to draw, you should floss out all the bad ideas to start with. So that's one shape. A dog with a bottle body and a triangle hat. That might have been a much better suggestion than what I just did. So let's try that one out. Okay, so we'll do I want it to face forward, so that has to be something. Okay, so we'll have a bottle. And again, I'm starting to draw outside what I'm drawing on here, so we should probably pull it down a little bit. Why is it not drawing? I changed something. It's not drawing anymore. I picked a dark color, so that's not it. Has nothing to do with the layers. Opacity is not at the bottom. Huh. I just changed something and I don't know what I just did. Oh, hej Jakob. Jeg fik lige at vide, at du var en ven af Tim. Jeg kan godt snakke dansk her. My girlfriend's brother and his friend is inside the stream, so I'm just greeting them to say hi. Does anyone have any suggestions to why right now I can't paint on this layer? It's not the what do you call it? It's not the tablet's fault, because my mouse can't draw either. This seems like an issue that should not be an issue for me. Let's pick a red color. It doesn't do anything. Let's try and revert back a little bit. See, now it works. And then what did I do? Okay, let's try again. Without breaking it. Let's have the right tool. See, now it doesn't work again. That's amazing. Why is that? Yeah, the live stream is going to stay online afterwards. Okay, so actually I might have a suggestion to why this is not working. Yeah, okay. For some reason my program, when when you draw any sort of like highlight like this, when I then try to draw, it of course doesn't work outside the highlight, but for some reason it wasn't registering the highlight. Weird. Okay, but we're fine. Okay, let's pick a color here. How much does your Wacom tablet cost? Well, this one here, it's the medium version. I left a link further back in the stream that you probably can't see, because if you just entered. Tack Jakob. Make a dog with a hand, a bottle, and your legs of a bottle, and make a triangular face. That's a lot of different suggestions to how to go around this. Let's try something like this first, though. And again, it's about doing one draft, and then you gotta redo it again. Let's do like maybe the body is triangular. We'll do something like this. Gonna try and take some of the, what do you call it, my first grade drawing experience when I have to draw these figures. Oh my god. It's okay to laugh. So his body is becoming more and more triangular. So what we'll do here is I'll go ahead and turn down the opacity. And then we'll take a new layer. And then we'll retrace it again, but with a little bit more finesse. I don't know what it is about me and muscular characters, but that's what we're going for today, apparently. So let's just retrace. My god. This is terrible. But I'm having fun with it. It's not even symmetrical, I noticed. So also go for triangular legs, just to get something here. I'm quite amazed by those two circles. Drawing on a tablet is not easy to make circles. I could cheat a little bit and maybe use the circle tool, but that sort of defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. So we'll do a little bit of dogs kind of have like dark eyes, right? Bessa, do you have dark eyes? Okay, he said yes, so I'll go with that. Then we'll do like small teeth or something. Kind of looks like a bulldog. People are trying to call me. Again, this will turn into something today, but right now it's not. It just needs to get developed. So let's do smaller ears. Maybe. For this dog. How do you draw paws? I guess something like this. I'm trying to draw like really rough outlines. The trouble is once I have to draw this in a much cleaner way, this is going to be an issue. He's like, what, bro? You looked at me funny. Okay, so now again, a rough sketch is gonna turn into a much more clean sketch. So we're gonna do like this, create another layer, and now we might start to do some adjusting here. So what I'll do is I'll actually turn on smoothing. Because now what I want to do is I don't want to transfer, I want to smooth this out. and make sure that I have the right setting chosen. I do not. Catch up. I actually experimented with a lot of different software just to try and like have smoother lines when it came to drawing circles and such. Adobe Illustrator is actually really good when it comes to taking your really badly drawn line and then perfecting it after you're done drawing it. Photoshop is very precise, so it doesn't hold your hand unless you turn on smoothing. I think that works. So what we're going to do here is I am going to turn up my... Actually, no, we'll fill in afterwards. Okay, so more messages. A little bit more and it'll seem like Spider-Man. It could be. 3 eye colors apparently Bessa has. Dark outer ring, light brown inner, and blue in the middle. Blue? I thought it was like black. I have everything in my career from you. Well, I'm happy you... I was able to help with that. Have I seen? I don't know. I'm getting a ton of messages on Facebook and I don't know what this is related to. If it's related to the stream or something. Okay. So apparently, according to my girlfriend, he has 3 eye colors. A dark outer ring, light brown inner, and blue in the middle. So what we'll do to start with here is I will just make a very intimidating eyeball. Kind of looks like he's on something. Maybe too much caffeine, to say it gently. That was too much. Yeah, let's go ahead and make sure we connect that all the way. All right. According to my drawing here, he has an open mouth. And maybe he shouldn't have that. So let's go ahead and try something a little bit meaner. I don't think a dog has like a smiley face like that. I think we should maybe make a little bit more like that. And maybe scale down our brush a little bit. Now here it would actually be a good idea to do shape dynamics. So we can kind of draw thin and then go into a thicker line. He also has like small teeth here. If I remember you correctly. So we'll draw it like that. The mouth here should also have been much, much, much smaller. So let's go ahead and just erase a little bit. Oh, that's not a good eraser. How do I change that? There we go. All right. Is that too much? No, that's the same. I guess we'll just go for this eraser here. It's like we need some anti-aliasing on this thing. Because it's very pixelated now. We could also just completely erase the line and then redraw it. That might actually be better. Make this a little bit rougher. Rough. Yeah. Rougher. Oh, my dad jokes. Do I have a Discord server? I do actually have a Discord server. It's something I set up a while ago that I didn't really advertise in my videos. I didn't upload a video telling people about my Discord server. It's a place that I wanted people to go in and just sort of, what do you call it? Just help each other out. But everyone who went into Discord expected to get help from me personally. So it was kind of put on hold. But there is one. So if you search for, to be frank, I'm not a huge user in Discord. I guess you can search for somebody's name. So if you search for mmtuts, it should pop up, I'm guessing. Much better. The whole bottle thing kind of goes away now, but we can make a weapon for him that looks like a bottle, I guess, like a hammer or something. Let's keep on the shape dynamics because I actually kind of like that. Why is it doing that? Oh, wrong layer. Where did I start? I started from here. Now, I actually kind of know that when it comes to bulldogs, when they stand like this in front of somebody, their arms, like right here, is like in front of the chest. So maybe that should be changed. So instead we'll do like, do something like this. This is actually kind of fun because, like I said, I'm not a drawer, so I'm sort of drawing from no experience here. Yeah, I'm quite aware. Okay, so we'll try and match the other side here. So I guess I do actually think there's a mode inside Photoshop where you can what do you call it? You can actually tell it to be symmetrical and then it'll draw on the other side as well. That wasn't a good line. Okay, so we'll, how is that done? Okay, so we'll draw from here. And again, we'll draw down like this. That's a very, very bad line. Let's try that again. That's better. It looks like some kind of fish. Well, I haven't shaded it yet. That's the issue. Maybe. We'll find out after I shade it, whether or not it's still looking like a fish. Okay. So how should the fist be like? I mean, it should kind of be like clenched. So could maybe do something like that. Then we'll have like a thumb going in here. Again, I have never drawn hands before. Is this how you draw hands? There's a couple of weird lines there. Whoops. Actually, that should probably go around in a curve. Looks like a very poorly drawn hand. But I'm not much of a hand person. I can't really draw stuff like that. It has to be like very detailed. Now the problem is I have to match the other side. But I'm gonna go ahead and cheat a little bit here. Bless you. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy paste it. Oops. No! It's moving around. There we go. So we need to rotate this one. Edit. Transform. Horizontally. There we go. Oh wow. I drew this one so fast. Wait, where's the hand? There we go. Kinda here, right? Yeah, do it like that. We'll just look away from the fact that I just cheat a little bit. Let's go ahead and connect these two so we don't get any issues there. So now we got to draw out the chest. And I guess I'm just going to follow the lines. Where's it from? Here? Yeah, doing it backwards was better. Just gonna erase that. I think I know why it's so pixelated with the eraser. It's because, oh, it's set to pencil. Set it to brush. It's not gonna make a difference then. There we go, much better. I thought I was zoomed too much in. When I search for your name, mmtuts, to find communities, I get no matches. I guess I'll have to mention Discord on my channel at some point. Right now, there's nothing going on in the Discord, so you're not missing out on anything. But I will try to get everything set up again, and then I will try and link it. Maybe have a quick video just explaining what my Discord is all about. Hello, I just want to say thank you for your tutorials. I accomplished my web design project in object-oriented PHP. Though it's not that good, I'm sure it's good. You should have seen mine back when I was studying, so I'm sure yours is better than mine. And your grammar's fine. Hello dear, what are you doing? Right now, practicing with my tablet. And again, if anyone is new in here, I am not an artist, which means that what you're about to see may scar you for life. But it's okay, because I'm practicing. Let's go ahead and decrease these lines a little bit. Because I think these are too thick. Actually, I might just have ruined it. Let's just go and erase that one. This one up here, though, has to be smaller. Where am I from? Denmark. So Scandinavia, if you don't know what that is. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw some chest areas for him. And again, I've never done this before, so I'm just sort of guessing here. I want to make sure the nipples fit, otherwise he's going to get teased by the other dogs. So this is probably one of the most important pieces on the drawing. Let's go ahead and draw this down here. Okay, that was a good line, so I'll take it. This arm is a little bit closer to the body, so we'll have to adjust for that. That was not a good line. Let's redraw it. Let's do it reverse, because apparently I just can't draw from that angle. Much better. Do you know the part from Denmark where they talk Frisian? Frisian? I have no idea what Frisian is. Is it like an accent here in Denmark, or is it like a language they speak here in Denmark? Let's do a couple of... I don't know if this is how ribs look like. And again, I should probably draw from the other direction. Just draw it in like this. Even though bulldogs do have like quite small hips, I think this guy is gonna... Actually, I have no idea what I'm drawing here. Let's have like clenched butt cheeks. So he's like clenching them together. Because if there's one thing I've experienced when it comes to bulldogs, is that they fart all the time. I'm looking at you. Just today, like during this stream, I have not said anything because you guys are gonna get annoyed every time if I had to say every single time he started farting. He's farted about 8 times so far. So, I just called you out on it. Embarrassed now, are you? I don't know what I'm drawing here. It doesn't match up with what is underneath. Guess we're gonna have a very small legs. There we go. Just do a little bit of something. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the crotch non-drawn. I have no idea if you need to put a warning up for that on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure that penis drawings is not allowed. Keep going, looks cool. Thanks. Here in the Netherlands, it's considered a language and I speak it. It is the northern part of Netherlands. I'm told there's a village or a part in Denmark where they talk Old Frisian. Maybe. I don't know. That could be. Okay, let's do like actually let's start from up here. So we'll draw like this. Now he does kind of have a curved leg, so we'll just do it like that. I just drew a very accidental cool thing here. It kind of looks like the muscle is going in over his leg. And that was not on purpose. Okay, so we'll draw from here again, just like the other side. Like that. And we'll take... like that. I'm actually amazed of how symmetrical I can make this. I just kind of like, I'm kind of trying to imagine how a dog looks like. And I'm not sure if I'm getting this correct. So you would have something like a nail going out, right? That does not look like a nail. Kind of looks like a foot. And again, I'm just going to cheat a little bit here because that was quite troublesome to draw. So let's just go ahead and move this over a little bit. I'll just take it from here. I'll click in tune with the music. Copy paste. And let's go ahead and just transform it. Oops. Okay, what's going on here? Is it not? Okay, we'll do like that. That's fine. Eraser. Combine these two first. Then we'll take the brush again and then we'll just draw like that. I think it's the part of Denmark you come the closest is southern Jutland. Oh, people are getting to know each other here from different countries or the same countries. The head is like, look at the thick outlines compared to the body. It's like I tried to like in detail draw how thick the line should be, and then we have like the face. That's just like a complete failure. But what I'll do is I'll turn off smoothing, increase my brush a little bit, and for now we're just gonna go ahead and draw in. Is there something weird? Oh, shape dynamics is on. Yeah, let's turn that off. I'm gonna draw a non-realistic dog because he's not gonna have Bass's eyes. He's gonna have the eyes that I've learned how to draw, which is the same one as in the first example. Do I still have it up here? Yeah, this one. He's gonna have that type of eyes. Let's go ahead and make this. Could also just have picked it from over here. Might have been faster. Let's draw a new layer. It's kind of the same. So what I'll do now is I will start to do some highlights. Shape dynamics? No. No, we'll not have that one on. Just gonna go ahead and make sure that we have a little bit of space to go with here. Yeah, that's fine. So now I'll just remove the bottom layer there. And again, you can already see a difference. So, I mean, the faces, it has to be redrawn. I'll just do that really quickly before we do anything. It seems a little bit weird. And the chin too is like, I don't know, it's just like, it doesn't look like the rest of it. There we go. The ears as well have to be redrawn. Because it's just like one thick line. I don't know what I was thinking when I was drawing it. There we go. If you hear like buses driving by from time to time or like birds chirping, it's because my window's open. So there's a little bit of things going on outside. Okay. Where's my dog? He's right on the desk actually, sleeping. Sometimes he jumps up, so you might get to see him then. Okay, so... And we have shape dynamics turned on, that's good. We do not have smoothing turned on, because that is immensely helpful when it comes to drawing these lines. Actually, what I think I should do is I should draw a thinner line on top, then a thicker line at the bottom, because like the puffy cheeks could have like a thick line. They are not symmetrical, but I don't know which one I like better. Like this one is kind of hanging and this one is kind of like tight. What's happening? There we go. Again, I'm gonna do my reverse drawing technique, which is probably going to be more successful. Yeah. Okay, let's do that on the other side as well. That was not a good line. That is not a good line. Again, probably should be using my reverse drawing technique. Which again, is much more successful. Does that look like a human ear? It's because the bottom here has to be a little bit different. Just draw like that for now, then we'll... Otherwise, if I make a mistake, I have to draw the entire top part again. No, that's not quite right. Bessa, I need your help. How does your ear look like? Oh, it's actually pointy. It's actually pointing down like that. Then it's going up again. I love when songs on my playlist pop up that you hear on like a lot of other YouTube videos on YouTube, because they're the ones that YouTube provide. Like this one. Okay, so drawing it in, not using my reverse technique. It's kind of successful, I would say. Then his ears like... I'd actually say that is up here. Kinda. Okay, so now I think we're ready to remove the back lines. I'm not too happy with the ears because they kind of look like a bat. Like if we drew wings in this guy, he would actually, like, he would look like a bat. That could be a superpower. Actually, I forgot to draw in the stomach part, because he's quite a buff guy, so need to make sure we add that in. Whoops. I don't want the ribs to start this, or the stomach to start this early. See, how do you draw these? I don't actually think you need to connect it to the middle there. I'm not an expert on stomach muscles, because I haven't had one, like any stomach muscles ever in my life. At least not this clear. So usually I see people draw them like this, and it's like, I don't know, it could work. That did not work. I don't know. Okay. So now we're going to start shading it. Turn off smoothing, shade dynamics, transfer. There we go. I didn't draw any. Oh yeah, I did draw something in this one. Let's not do that then. Okay, so the way that we should do shading is I should probably have done something to highlight the silhouette of the thing that I'm drawing. The light source is going to be up here. Hey there! Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of... Okay, my pencil is not correct in the settings, so I need to change that. Yeah, there we go. That's the issue. Okay, we'll just start like this. Work our way out. And again, a lot of the shading is gonna go over the edge because I haven't done anything. Okay, I actually kind of like what was going on here. So we instead highlight the muscle sections. Then we go on the inside of the pecs. You just farted again, didn't you? I can smell it. The window is right on the other side of me, so the fart has to go through my nose to get to the window. Okay. Oh, we forgot his chin. His chin isn't there. Interesting. That's why he looks like a bat, because he doesn't have that chin. Okay. And the dog's gonna start barking. Don't bark. Don't bark. I guess we can draw in here as well. Then I guess we will draw underneath these, like so. Chins. Thug life dog. Just draw some shading on the other side of the eyes, since the shading is coming from there. Okay. Okay, so I think we shaded in like the major parts here, at least what needs to be shaded. So what we need to do now is we gotta change the brush. I think one of the things that make this look a little bit weird is also the fact that I don't know how to shade in muscles. So there would probably be like muscles here or something that has to be shaded in. Whoops. Don't want to move it. Now the neat thing about this tablet here is that in the beginning I was actually not, like, I was having trouble with the tablet at the beginning because you don't look where you draw, you have to look on the screen. But after a while it actually becomes very intuitive. So I'm guessing this side over here has to be a little bit shaded because the sun is coming in from the left side. So we gotta make sure that we don't just have like pure white on the entire body. Now kind of what I'm doing here is something that I was shown back when I was studying like 8 years ago, but I was reminded of when I saw a YouTube tutorial a few days ago, is that when you shade, you gotta use the drop tool to sort of pick like the different highlights. So you see how it's like dark and then light. So you gotta take the, what do you call the dark part, kind of where it starts to fade into bright. Then you shade the in-betweens. Which is kind of neat, I think. Oh, here we kind of want to have a separation because we have that shin bone. At least on humans we do. Let's see. This up here is way too weird. So what do you guys think? A drawing channel in the near future? Or should I stay away from it? Is he wearing glasses? That's eyes. Can you tell? It's like the I mean, you could connect it here, so you would be wearing glasses, I guess. Bro, any logo design RDX gaming? A what? You have to tell me what you mean. RDX gaming? I don't even know what that stands for. So we kind of have this separation going on here with the lights. And now I do know that I'm kind of like drawing over the highlights, but that's going to get fixed in afterwards. Because I'm just going to add a blending layer on top of it. So that's not an issue that we need to worry about. This actually reminds me of a 9gag post I saw with a guy imagining himself that, you know, he wants to go to the gym, get big muscles so he can get all the girls. Then he ends up getting the muscles after working out hard at the gym in order to get those. And afterwards, the only thing that he gets is other guys coming up to him and say, "Hey, nice pecs, bro." And like, nothing from the girls. I think that's funny. Because that is usually how it is. Okay, let's do a little bit of shading underneath here, because I kind of removed the shading there. Don't want it to get removed. Now, this side over here is actually becoming much darker than this side over here. I mean, it's fine that this is dark because of how the lighting is supposed to be. But we also need to make sure that we don't make this over here too light. Does anyone else get like a GTA San Andreas vibe from this song? Kind of throws me back. Somebody's saying mmtuts, mmtuts. Okay, so we have these packs here, the 6-pack. We gotta somehow shade it. And again, I have no idea. So I'm guessing the sun is coming in from the left side and the pecs are just like going out wild because this guy, he works out. So it has to throw some shadow on this side. Which means that we're gonna have some shadow over here. And again, I'm not an artist, but logically, I think it would make sense that the light comes from over here. And then we have nothing over here, because this is like where the sun is coming from. So the hand will kind of throw a shadow here. And the dogs are barking. Fair warning. What is my name? That's a good question. My name's Daniel. Trying to track me down by my name. Shading is really hard. Like I knew it was hard, but I had a much easier time when I had to create this guy. But I think it's because it's just like a circle. And it has like a style to it. And the shading is also going out pretty far. Whereas this guy, he's much more detailed. And I'm... Okay, we need to fix this over here. I actually think it will look okay if we fix this part over here. Okay, so we need to make sure there's not too much of a shadow going on here, because we do have the sun coming in from this side. Right? And here, of course, because we don't want the shadow to go too far down. And then it kind of fades into his awesome biceps there. mean, this area down here is not too bad for a first time shading something like this. So now the question is the coloring. Because if I go in between the layers now and add in a color, let's just make it very, very light gray. Oops, we need to make sure we don't have this on. And then we sort of paint in the colors. And again, don't worry about the shading part. We'll fix that in a second. Should not have it like that. There we go. Looks like a sumo wrestler. He kind of looks like he's about to, you know, get into that stance that they take. What do I do? Right now I'm drawing a dog. If you ask about my job, then I try and develop on games, but it's sort of a side thing. But my main job is YouTube. It's kind of difficult to see with the shading. We'll have to remove that. Much better. Okay. Now we're gonna have to remove the, actually let's go ahead and do that immediately. Put this down underneath. Just sort of shade that in. He's kind of my mascot, actually. Basse, which is the bulldog I have here. Because he's always in here when I'm recording. He's usually the one who makes trouble. So the guy of the house have to take care of him. Whoops. Don't draw outside the lines. I learned that in first grade. Don't want to disappoint myself by not being able to do simple tasks. It's super easy with the tablet. I'm actually quite amazed. Like, I might as well be drawing on a piece of paper now. Okay, let's draw in the face. Thank you. I try. I just realized the dog doesn't have a nose. That's also why it looks like a bat, maybe. You can see my dogs in the background. They just smell my girlfriend walking around behind the door, so they want to go say hi. It's sort of like a sour thing for them to come in here when I work. Because I just work. I don't pay attention to them when I work. I mean, if they jump up, I'll say hi to them, but I mean, I have to get work done. So I can't take all my attention on them. But my girlfriend, on the other hand, she spoils them. So as soon as they just get a sense of her walking around out there, they will bark and they'll do a ton of things to get her attention. Okay, so we need to put on the shading again. And what we'll do is we'll add some multiply effect. There we go. Hey, W4 Code. Welcome to the stream. I am on my shading layer. That's good. Whoop. Okay, now we have an issue because I actually cannot have this enabled while I'm doing this. Or could I? It is just a gray color. I don't know. It kind of seems like we need a nose, because I just, after I noticed it, the nose is like definitely a thing. I'll just shade this really quick. Oops, might have done a few too many. There we go. Okay, let's just go ahead and highlight this. Don't want to draw outside the lines, which I've done a few places. Okay, a nose. Let's put it on this little layer here. Oh, come on. Don't draw. Resize. Shape dynamics. So how does it... How does your nose look like? Kind of like a circle. So should it be like, oh, need to have the right color. So I'm guessing it could kind of be like going far down towards his mouth, maybe. It kind of goes down like this, and then it goes up again. I need your help. I see that nose. I kind of have this split in the middle, I just noticed. And then how about your, you know, when you have to pick nose? Okay, so it goes in like that. Then it kind of goes up into like a hole. Like that. There we go. That kind of looks like a nose. At least the nose that you have. We just gotta shade it afterwards. Do you have smoothing on or something? No. Oh, Bassett. Thank you for your help and assistance. I'll take it from here. Okay, so the issue here is the fact that I'm using the wrong mode. Should not be using shape dynamics, I should be using transfer. There we go. Shade that in. Guess we'll use like a highlight to sort of illustrate the holes in his nose. Doesn't quite work. We might just make the entire nose just dark. Let's just fill it in. Undo all the fine details you just made. That does not look like a nose. Let's go ahead and fix that. What I'll do is I'll just do my own version of his nose. And actually I should take the eraser. Uh-oh. Oh, it's not registering. There you go. Kind of like that, I'm guessing. Plans on making a meetup sometime soon? Not really. At all. As in a place like on Discord where people meet up and discuss things. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add some other highlights. Don't want to have that on this one. So now we're gonna make some highlights. Because the shading is just half of it. Hello, Naaman Gupta. I think I just slaughtered your name, but either way, welcome to the stream. You know, the fun thing about learning to draw is that when I started out with this dog, it was much worse than it is now. After adding some shading to it, I think it's becoming better. But I think a lot of people, they give up. Because when you start any sort of drawing, even if you see like people who are really good at drawing, like at the beginning when they start out their drawing, it doesn't look good. I think I just drew it the wrong way. So you just gotta keep drawing on it until it looks good. So even though this isn't the best drawing right now, it's starting to take shape. Let's see, there should be a muscle over here. Side of the hand should be filled up, like so. Let's make the elbow a little bit lighter. I did mess it up, so. Actually, that's not too good. We don't want the shading to go all the way out there. So is anyone else sitting here just like programming while they're watching this? Because the music, I was told in a previous stream, was good for just having as background noise while they were programming. And I'd like to hear what people are actually working on right now. Like, who is right now working on getting better on PHP? Who's working on getting better on C#? Who is in here to actually get better at drawing, which I won't recommend you do. Because you'll be copying off all my mistakes if you want to get better at drawing. Again, I kid around a lot about my drawing skills, but it's mostly just sarcasm. It's not because I feel bad about my drawing skills. They will get better someday, just not right now. Something weird is going on here. Oh, it's because I'm drawing in the wrong layer. Okay. No, that's the highlights. Where's the shading? That's the one. Now, I did mention that I was inspired to sit here and try and do just like a drawing stream. I was actually inspired to do pixel art. And I'll show off the game that inspired it, because it's actually a really cool game. Like I said previously, I was watching a video on, what do you call it? The person who did a game jam, where he did it in like no time at all, 24 hours. Then after he was done, he uploaded his game to itch.io, but he like refined it a little bit. And it's a very neat game. So I'll show it off, because it's actually, I think it's worth showing. It's just like a quick game. It takes like 2 minutes to complete. So it's not like I'm going to be sitting playing games. Okay. I'm working on my website for skim spots. Websites to find places to skim on skimboards. Brackeys. Yeah, it was what do you call it? A game jam that Brackeys he made a while ago. And then the guy, he decided to take up the challenge. And then I saw his game on it. Okay, let's go ahead and do shape dynamics. Then actually give him a chin, because I hate looking at a chin that has only been shaded. That does not look like a good chin. Yeah, somewhat better. I think the issue here is that it looks like he has like bare skin. Like it doesn't look like he has fur. At least that's one of the issues. I think I'm gonna go and put this project on hold for now. I'll just show off the thing that I was watching this morning. I have a place for this thing. Oh, let's see if I can find it. Now, what do you call it? The theme for this game jam was Love is Blind, which means that you had to make some kind of game that was about love being blind. It is sort of, it's not a scary game, but it does have some small, cute psychological aspects to it. Just in case if you're very squeamish, then you have been warned. It's not like it's really not bad. Like on a horror scale from 1 to 10, it's like a half. So it's more of a cute game. This is not the original jam version. I don't have all the endings, but I'll just show what this game is about. I'll just play it normally to begin with. Maybe I should turn off the music while this is happening. There we go. I don't know if you can actually hear what's going on. Let me just double check the stream here. Just adjusting the sound levels. I think this is fine. Okay. So this game here is awesome, I think. I love the style of it. I love the pixel art. I love the animations when you jump. Looks incredible. I'm working on a website and I want to build a contact form. This is how I found you a few weeks ago. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you found one of my videos from a specific issue that he wanted to fix. You see the girl he's trying to impress is up here at the top. So what she wants me to do is to collect hearts and kill enemies. And it has sort of a weird twist at the end. I love you see how when I go to the edge of the map, it slides over the camera? I love that effect. We'll just attack this guy. There's actually one ending that I don't have, which is where if I kill all the enemies as well. So I'll just try and get all the endings. I was about to say if he was walking on top of the fine grass. Now there's one thing, as you can notice, the mouse cursor is actually on screen. I don't know why he chose that. It seems kind of like an awkward design decision. But it is one way to do it. Oh, we have to restart. If I kill him, I guess it's gonna remove this one up here, so we don't want to do that. There we go. And again, like I said, it's a very short game. Like it doesn't go on for long. Ooh, glitchy. Oops, can't get to the other side now. Maybe kill that guy then, the bottom first. Yeah. Then if we kill that guy, this platform is gonna break. There we go. Like if I have to make a game, it would be something like this as my like first full game. Mostly what I've done so far is just like cute little demos. Can we get back up there? Oh, that's gonna be difficult. No, we can't. So we have to wait with killing him. But how is that gonna work? It even made it more difficult for me. How is that supposed to work? Okay, so that breaks. Now what? I have to get to that platform. Can I sprint? Ah, I can't get to it. I don't see how this is done. I mean, I can get to the heart. But if I get it, it's gonna break the platform. Okay, I can jump back over there, so that might be something. Oh, wait for it to be on the ledge. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. There we go. Oh, glitchy again. If I remember correctly, we have to get this one first. Nope. If I remember correctly, we have to get this one first. Then we have to get the top one. Then the bottom ones. Okay. I'm gonna wait before I kill him, because he might break something. I'm gonna wait with that thing as well. Let's take this one over here. Oh, okay, I just broke it for myself. I mean, there's no way of knowing. I love those creatures, like the design for them. They look incredible. Okay, so we'll jump down over here, get the heart. This one. Oh. Can I get that? Oh, I made it. So you kind of start seeing like the school lockers and stuff going on here. And we're running around stabbing with a knife. Okay, let's be quick about that one. Okay, has to be at the edge. Boom. I guess we'll kill these first. No, now we can't get up again. So we have to get the heart first, I'm guessing. Oh, we have to get the heart again at the right moment, I'm guessing. So we'll do like that. No! Okay, we have to be quick about it. Ah. Ah, made it. I love the little twitch that it gives when I... Ah, crap. Like it gives off a little, like a shake. Camera shake. Oh no, didn't jump far enough. If I'm quick enough, can I make it so I don't have to wait every single time? That would be nice. Okay, so I have to wait for them to start walking. There you go. Oh, it just glitched for me. I wasn't supposed to be on this side. Oh, that's weird. I actually glitched the game. Whoop. Okay. So that's how it's gonna be. Whoop. Gotta jump fast. Okay. Oh no! Oh, that's not good. Oh, look at that. I just like hit right at the edge. So if I kill this guy... Okay, nothing happens. Oh, that's not good. Can I get it? Oh, no. Okay, kill this guy. Kill that guy. And I made it. So now we get the ending. So now you can see we're actually heading into a school. And those enemies we have been killing were not enemies. Which is a very dark twist on a game jam project. But I kind of like the twist. You can kind of read what she says here. Do it for me, she said. With probably as mandy a voice as I had. Lock a 17 and takes out a gun. Okay, this might be a little bit too dark for a stream. Because I know in some parts of the world they can be very sensitive about these sort of things. Because a lot of these sort of things happens. Oh hey! Welcome to the stream. So, like, the idea I wanted you to get from this is that the game art, like the way that everything has been designed, I even like the character that you control, it just looks incredible when it comes to those like 2D art styles. I did work on a creature. I think I might have it as well. Let's see if we can open it. Test design. Like I did some tests to draw some figures. Let's go ahead and see if we can get. That's not the one I wanted to get. Number 3. Do we have a number 2 somewhere? Well, there's a 2 there. Did another test design. Again, this is more like just like drawing highlights and stuff. Like the light source is kind of off here, but yeah. This is probably the worst one of all of them. It's because I tried to make something too detailed, whereas something as simple as this is much better. And again, my attempt on trying to make like silhouettes, figuring out which one might suit the best. This one over here, and this one is too complicated. This one looks a bit weird. That one's weird too. This is probably the only right one. But anyways, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream here. I think, how long have I been streaming? I have been drawing for 2 hours and 15 minutes. It doesn't feel like 2 hours and 15 minutes to me, but I'll go ahead and end the stream here. I just want to say thank you for following the stream. Again, sort of an off-topic Friday stream. Not really about programming or anything like that, but just chill. Learning some new skills. Because I'm a programmer, I'm not an artist. But I do want to get good at drawing, which is why I invested in this tablet here. So hopefully one day I'll be able to make something that looks kind of cool. So thank you for watching the stream. And for the people who just came in just now, you can preview the stream after I'm done closing off the stream. At least it probably have to take like a few hours for it to get uploaded, but it should be up at some point today. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in maybe the next stream.